Good morning, everybody. Silas back today. It is nice outside. It's about 85 degrees. It rained last night. It cooled down finally. No more of those 100-degree days. I think yesterday I actually got up to 106. I was getting really tired of that weather. So it didn't rain much. It's still really dusty out here, still really windy, but at least it's not super hot. Just as I predicted, they're here bright and early, picking that trailer up and dropping me a fresh one off. So I'm going to go crush some cars, get it loaded. I got the cars pretty well ready to go. I just got to crush them into bales and shove them in there. So let's go crush them together. A lot of times what you have to do when you have something heavy like that doesn't crush very flat is you put it on top of a car before you crush the car, and that way it'll smash it into the car and make it more of a tight, compact bundle. It splattered that car pretty bad. I didn't want to stand in front of it though, because I was scared more this blade was going to pop off and go flying. Yesterday when I crushed this blade here was popping and flying through the air. So I actually hit the button, hit record, hit the down button, and went and hid behind some cars because I didn't even want to eat one of those. So I wasn't able to hold the door in. So I'll smash all this back in with the loader now, and I'll take it out and put it in the trailer. busy afternoon. Brought in 4 cars a minute ago. I already hauled 2 of them in the yard. Now they're dumping off another one. They got a bunch more coming. They're all just crushers. I'm just going to stack them all in the pile for now. I'll worry about them later. They're coming in too fast for me to crush them all. That's 7 cars in less than 15 minutes just came in. You just never know. It'll go from super slow to super busy in a hurry out here. I've had a bunch of people requesting that I crush a car on its side. So I got that Jaguar ready to go. I got to pull the battery out of it and the aluminum wheels. And then I'm going to go ahead and make a crushing video of that. And then I'll flip it up on its side and crush it again, just so you guys can see what it looks like to get crushed twice like that. Before I can do that though, I got to process these cars they're bringing in. It's kind of a shame, like this in here, it's got a Triton in it. It runs and drives. They just totaled it out, and insurance company didn't want to mess with it, or else they just had liability. I forget what the deal was on it, but here it is now, getting crushed. It's a shame. Those Triton motors used to sell pretty good, but they're getting so old now that the core buyers don't want them. And then also, I got that big box fan over here. I'm going to go ahead and try to wad it up and shove it in that box. It'll take up the whole box by itself. I can probably get that pipe in there with it, and that'll be about it. But it's got to go, and I'm not going to haul it down there. The only dilemma I have on this van here, I kind of got sidetracked for a minute. I had a load of appliances come in I had to unload. But I got the pipe dumped in that dumpster. With this van here, I can have 2 options. I can wad it up where it's at, or I can try to get it in the dumpster and then wad it up. It's a little bit too wide to fit in the dumpster, so I'll have to make it fit if I do it that way. The easier way would be to wad it up out here and rip it apart. But the problem is the inside of that box is clear full of nails all over the floor. And if that floor gives out and falls apart, I'm going to have a gigantic mess to clean up. So I think I'm going to try to go ahead and put it in the box and then wad it up once I get it in the box. Hopefully it cooperates. We'll find out. But first, they're bringing more cars in, so I got to get these taken care of. That actually went really, really well. I was not expecting it to go quite that good. I mean, that went almost perfect. There was one little hiccup where it snagged at the very beginning, then it dropped in there and folded right up, no problem. I wish they all cooperated like that. I settled up with the tow company. They hauled in, I think, 9 or 10 cars today. Bought some other cars from some other people, and then this just came in a minute ago. Pretty cool truck. I had to pay a little bit above scrap value for it to get it, but he left the radiator in it for me. It's got some cool pieces on it. It's got all the international cab lights on top of it there. It's got a good nose for a wall hanger. It's really too far gone to save. It's been sitting forever. The guy parked it originally, I guess, because the brake booster or the master cylinder went bad, and all his tools are still laying under the hood where he was working on it. They're all rusted solid now. It's been sitting a long time. You can see how it was buried down in the dirt. Way down in the dirt. But I'll pull some parts off of it, chop the rest of it up for wall art, and then crush it. And there it is. Crushed into a nice log. Not much left of it. Splattered that rear end. Those rear ends used to be worth pretty good money. Those independent suspension Jaguar rear ends, but they ain't worth the money no more. Well, they're still worth money. It's all worth money when you crush it and shove it in the iron box. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know a lot of people wanted me to crush a car on its side, so I figured what better car to crush on its side than a somewhat interesting car, Jaguar. Not one you see every day at the junkyard. But now I've got to head out. I've got to go pick up a 1965, or I'm not going to pick it up, but I got to meet the guy there. It's a 1965 Ford N-Series 2-ton truck. Should be something pretty interesting. We'll go find out, I guess. Alright, they got it drug in. It was sunk down in the dirt, in the mud, where it had been sitting for 40 years. It was last tagged in, I think, 1980, or 81. Yeah, 81 was the last time it was tagged. So it's been sitting a long time. It still has the old California tags on it. Last tagged in 1970 from California. That's pretty neat. Matching pair. Those might sell. They're pretty rough though. But anyway, it was buried in the dirt and it was stuck in gear, so they had to really work to get it out. Once I got it out, it towed pretty good though. It's a big old truck. Pretty heavy truck. It's really not in too bad a condition, but there's really not a market for these N-series cabs like this. Not sure what motor's in it. Looks like an old FE engine. See what's inside it. Oh, that's right. He told me these were in here. Whole bunch of street signs. Langdon Road. What's that one over there? Olcott Road. What's these others? Looks like Pretty Prairie Road. Sun City. Huh. All sorts of old street signs. They're not that old because they're aluminum, but they've been in here for a while. He said they've been in here for quite a few years. There's the gauges. Yeah, it looks like it has a factory tack in it. So that setup there will sell pretty good. It's a neat old truck. It's got really good color to it. So that nose there will chop that off. Those doors they'll probably sell. They've got good color. And probably even the back of the cab on this one just because of the color. I'll wheel that out back later, put it with all the other old trucks on the ranch, farm, whatever you want to call it. I tell everybody it's a car farm, or a car ranch, whatever you want to call it like that. Don't have any animals out here, but I got lots of cars and they seem to multiply. But I think I'm about done for the day. For once, I'm not actually overheated. My phones are all still working, my cameras are working. That's kind of unusual here for the last couple weeks. If I recorded all day, everything overheated on me. But it is getting late. I got some stuff going on this evening, so I'm going to head out. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, hit that like button. And please consider subscribing. And please consider sharing these videos as well. Share them with your friends. Tell people about it. The channel's really taken off, and that's pretty awesome. I'm excited about that. Something else exciting is I am currently working on merchandise. I just got a logo made. Those of you that follow me on Facebook and Instagram, you've probably seen it already. I haven't put it on YouTube yet. But pretty soon I'm going to be having that put onto patches and have them sewn onto hats. So I'll be having my own merchandise here pretty soon. But anyway, I'm going to let you all go. I hope you have a great evening. I hope you have a great weekend. And remember to get out there and find an adventure. We'll see you next time.